People don't really realize that there are some things that could be missing in your life, and then you find something that makes you happy. Skating is that medium. Roller dancing is a freedom of expression. That's pretty much the best way to describe it. You know, we all move, we all walk, we all talk differently. Skating and dancing is the same way. It's just a beautiful thing when you do a move and then it works. In every dance, there are different movements that you do to create a dance. So what I've done over the years is that each movement that I do, I give it a name. And that way it's easy for me to remember, to teach it to someone else, and then that way they can remember it by the name. So in roller skating, there are a lot of moves, or a few moves in particular that's been around for a long time. Two things, crazy legs and grapevines. So you take moves like that, you combine them together and you come up with a move called GT, or grapevine with a twist. When you create something that nobody else is doing, it is a high by itself. You don't realize how good it feels to create something new. I skated a little bit in the 60s, but the 70s is what kicked in and took over as far as dancing on skates. So we heard about skating outdoors in Golden Gate Park. So going out there every Sunday, I met up with 3 guys. And before you know it, we formed a group called the Golden Rollers. And the Golden Rollers just became like a Bay Area hit within the skating community because nobody's seen anything like that. So people started calling us the Temptations on Wheels. So music is really the key foundation, and that's what I try to do, is just find the right music. When music is too slow, be like, oh, there's no flow. But then when it's too fast, it has no continuity to the routines and the steps that you're doing. In Michael Jackson's video, This Is It, in one of his rehearsals, he was doing this little thing with the keyboard or something. And he said, don't rush that. I need it to be right here. And then he said, you have to let it simmer. And I was like, wow, that's deep right there. The Super Bowl after party, word got out that I was invited. Usher was just doing a couple little steps, and I just jumped in and joined in and everything. And it was cool. I had my moment. And the reason why it was great for me, believe it or not, because like Usher danced next to Michael Jackson in one of his shows. But me standing next to Usher was like being next to Michael Jackson in our today era. You have to look like you put a lot of time into it. It takes time. It's not no overnight thing. In teaching the art of the dance, and I will always say it's the art of the dance. It's not the art of a step. It's not the art of a move. It's a dance. So I have found as being a teacher, takes a lot of patience, for one. Takes a lot of observation, because my thing is, as a teacher, I like to make sure that everybody gets it. I'm not that teacher that's watching and not paying attention to the people in the back. One day I'm going to say to you, you got it. And when I say that, you got it,
That means you have all the components. You got the beat, the rhythm, the bounce, you got the swag. I see your confidence. The weekend before, we lost one of our skate members just suddenly, so it was really a sad occasion because we were very touched by it. And so it really has become a family, believe it or not, for not everybody, but for those who are really true to the game and who really appreciates the art itself. And that's what makes skating so special.